Hank Pym always said you never can trust a Stark.
Who are you?
Come on, man.
This quick scene from Captain America Civil War perfectly encapsulates the struggle of Scott Lang as a superhero. As the Ant-Man, Scott Lang has to wear a full body suit for his size transformations to be possible, either to grow very big or go very small. No body part of his can stay exposed while he shrinks, because if it does, that might kill him. The problem with that is nobody knows Scott Lang is the Ant-Man. We might laugh watching the scene, but for Scott, what happens during this one moment in Endgame is heartbreaking.
Do you want to grab one with me? I'm Ant-Man. They're Hulk fans.
Wait,
they don't know Ant-Man.
Oh, he
Nobody
feels bad.
Nobody does.
No, he wants you.
I
He
don't want
wants to take a picture with them.
Yeah, look, he's even saying no, he doesn't. I get
come
it.
on, the kid.
I don't want it
but,
either.
But you,
I don't want a picture with them.
but he's gonna feel bad.
Sorry.
They're happy to. They said
I
they'll
don't
do
want
it.
to. I don't want
No, you feel bad.
Take the goddamn phone. Okay.
Scott has to live with the fact that nobody considers him a hero. Yet, for genuine reasons, Scott doesn't do anything heroic till that moment. Before Endgame, the 3 times Scott has been in the public eye as the Ant-Man is not to save the world. The reasons are more personal. Now, the issue with Yellow Jacket in the first movie and Quantum Energy in the second movie is that if they get into the wrong hands, they are potentially a huge threat to all mankind. So technically Scott is saving the world, but nobody knows that because the threat never becomes public knowledge. Even during Civil War, Scott sides with heroes who are considered fugitive of the state. He might be right to do so, but Scott really needs a big public win. It's not like he's seeking popularity for himself. Before he becomes a hero, Scott's a cat burglar.
Burgled them. I'm a cat burglar.
You mean you're a pussy?
Yeah.
There's no public attention, there's no threat involved. Scott silently does all his Robin Hood stuff and he's fine with it. Scott wants to be recognized as a hero for the sake of his daughter Cassie. As his ex-wife puts it,
"You're her hero, Scott. Just be the person that she already thinks you are."
Trying to help people isn't dumb.
Well, I screw it up just about every time.
So maybe you just need someone watching your back. Like a partner.
Wait, who did you think?
Me.
You?
Don't laugh. I'd be a great partner.
Oh, Peanut. Oh, you would be awesome. And if I let you, I would be a terrible dad.
if not a hero, Scott is fine with being just a good dad. But he fails at that as well when he disappears for 5 years and his daughter grows up without him being there for her. Scott is a funny character on the surface, but deep down he has his own problems and hurdles in life. Endgame is the first opportunity for him to be a true hero. He plays a very important role in saving the world and bringing all the dusted people back. This is the opportunity for him to talk about it. Not just as Ant-Man, but as Scott Lang. I know, I talked a lot but have not come to the point. Understanding all this is necessary for the main point to make sense.
Due to my extensive research and my diligent studying of Scott Lang's podcast interviews, who by the way seems like a pretty cool guy.
In one of the interviews, the Miss Marvel writer Bisha K. Ali says that she asked Kevin Feige whether she can write about there being drone footage of the final battle, Endgame. This is necessary for the opening scene of Miss Marvel to make sense. How else can a 16-year-old girl of Jersey City know about the battle at the Avengers compound? When Kevin said no as an alternative, they came up with the idea of Scott Lang doing these podcast interviews where he talks about the battle and his Ant-Man life. You can't simply make up a story without making it logical. People might ask, why Scott Lang? Why not any other hero? If you watched this video from start, now you know why Scott Lang does these podcast interviews called Big Me, Little Me. This explains not only why Miss Marvel knows about the Endgame events, but also why Ant-Man is featured during the Rogers musical. This podcast makes him too famous among children to not use Ant-Man in the New York Alien Battle Recreation, even though he was not there. Thank you. I love going deeper into the story. Any story that interests me to fill in the gaps to understand character motivations that aren't usually apparent due to the time constraints of the movie format. Here on YouTube, I have all the time I need to talk about it, so I do exactly that, so as to make sense of what otherwise might feel illogical.